Hi there, guys. Let's start with passage two now. We have yes or no giving questions. Followed not before. As the last question, we have a multiple choice. We have a summary completion, and yes, followed by followed by yes or no giving questions. So, one thing we want to know, like the first paragraph. The first paragraph is what point does the writer make about microbes in the first paragraph? Microbes, most of the bacteria have populated in this planet since long before animal life developed, and they will outlive us. Okay? Uh, Invisible to the naked eye, they are ubiquitous. They inhabit the soil, air, rocks, and water, and are present within every form of life, from seaweed and coral to dogs and humans. And as Young explains in his utterly absorbing, and hugely important book, we mess with them at our peril. Peril means danger. So, what does the writer make about the microbes in the first paragraph? Uh, the thing that they will outlive us here is that they quickly adapt to the environment. It doesn't talk about how quickly they adapt. So that's not the correct option. The risk they pose has been exaggerated. No, there's nothing about exaggeration. They're more plentiful in animal life than in plant life. There's nothing about this as well. They will continue to exist for longer than human race. So the option C, option D is the answer because it's already mentioned here as well. So it's going to be question number 14 as the answer for us. All right. Now, moreover, in the second paragraph, the writer is impressed by the fact that every species has its own colony of microbes called a microbiome. And these microbes are vary not only between species but also between individuals and within different parts of each individual. What is amazing is that while the number of human cells in the average person is about 30 trillion, the number of microbial one is higher, about 39 trillion at best. Young informs us we are only 50% human. Indeed, some scientists even suggest we should think of each species and its microbes as a single unit, dubbed a holobiont or something like that. In the second paragraph, the writer is impressed by the fact that each species tends to have vastly different microbes. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say anything about each species, so that's not the correct option. Some parts of the body contain relatively few microbes. No, nothing about the some. Nothing about the body of some parts. So the average individual. So I think the answer is going to be C. The average individual has more microbial cells than human ones, which means human has 30 trillion, whereas microbial ones have 39 trillion. Scientists have limited understanding of how microbial cells behave. Some scientists even suggest we should think of they they don't say they have a limited understanding, so that's not the correct option as well. So the answer is going to be C. What is the writer doing in the fifth paragraph? So here, one, two. So one thing we want forgot. Um, I forgot about that is let me highlight that nicely and slowly. So question 15. Question 15. There we go. One, two, three, four, five. For most of human history, we had no idea that microbes existed. The first man to see these extraordinarily potent creatures was a Dutch lens maker called Antony van Leeuwenhoek in the 1670s, using microscopes of his own design that could magnify up to 270 times. He examined a drop of water from a nearby lake and found it teeming with tiny creatures he called animalcules. It wasn't until nearly 200 years later that the research of French biologist Louis Pasteur indicated that some microbes caused disease. It was Pasteur's germ theory that gave bacteria the poor image that it endures today. So, explaining how a discovery was made, probably, maybe, but it doesn't really give any explanation of how the, or maybe, or maybe I think the answer is A is going to be asked, but hold on. Comparing scientists' theories about microbes. It doesn't compare anything. It doesn't compare theories, but it's just probably like discoveries. How it gives historical events, how it started. Describing confusion among scientists. So there's nothing but confusion as well. Giving details of how microbes causes disease. It does not also talk about how. It doesn't talk. It doesn't give an explanation of how it overall started. So the option A is probably the answer for us. Now, should we how we should be more tolerant of microbes? Fifth paragraph here. So we chose here. I think the whole paragraph. I think the whole paragraph. The plot is basically simple to understand. So Young's book argues that we should be more tolerant of microbes. Many have a beneficial effect, and only a relatively small number lead to something. Young's book is in many ways a plea for microbial tolerance, pointing out that while fewer than 100 species of bacteria bring disease, many thousands more play a vital role in maintaining our health. So have a beneficial. So relatively smaller number. Relatively smaller number means well, fewer than 100 species bring disease, and that is going to be the answer for whoops question number 17. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be 17 because, and if it is if it's up if it is about a disease, then that means the answer is going to be G. G, and disease causes illness. So yeah, there we go. And although it is misleading to think of microbes as friendly, we should also stop thinking of them as the enemy. In fact, we should accept that our relationship with microbes is one based on something. Many thousands or more play, blah blah blah. The book also acknowledges that our attitude towards bacteria is not a simple one. We tend to see the dangers posed by bacteria, yet at the same time we are sold yogurts and drinks that supposedly nurture friendly bacteria. In reality, says Young, bacteria should not be viewed as either friends or foes, villains or heroes. Instead, we should realize we have a symbiotic relationship that can be mutually beneficial or mutually destructive. So there we go. We have another answer. So relationship, question 18, right? So symbiotic relationship means partnership. We got the answer as well very quickly. And there we go. It's all about vocabulary, guys. You don't have to exaggerate on the answers as well. The new research shows, so okay, I gotta find new research. I already found it as well. Skim reading, as I mentioned in my previous video, it is very useful to have the skill called skim reading. You just skim through and try to find the keywords. New research shows that microbes have numerous benefits for humans. Amongst other things, they aid digestion. I want to find aid digestion. Unraveling the ways in which bacteria aid digestion. There we go. We found it. Produce vitamins and may even help reduce obesity. Regulate our immune system, eliminate toxins, produce vitamins, affect our behavior, even combat obesity. Even combat obesity. So this combat obesity means to reduce obesity, fat. However, there is a growing problem. Our poor something. But we are facing a growing problem. Our obsession with hygiene or our overuse of antibiotics and our unhealthy low fiber diets. Okay. So our poor something overuse of antibiotics. So overuse of antibiotics, like we already have it. So an overuse of antibiotics and our excessive focus on something else. So our poor what? Low. Our obsession with hygiene. Obsession is not a. We have one thing. So our poor means low fiber diets. Low fiber diets leads to nutrition. It should be H, I guess. So I'm gonna highlight that very quickly. And our excessive focus on something are upsetting the bacterial balance and disrupting the bacterial balance and may be responsible. Our obsession. Hmm. So, and our excessive focus on something are upsetting the bacterial balance and may be contributing to the huge increases. And our obsession with. So I think our excessive focus obsession. This is that now this one excessive focus now means obsession. So there we go. This time. So if it's about hygiene, then hygiene is equals cleanliness. There we go. And whoops, I want to take that. Can I just remove it nicely and slowly? Thank you. We finished summary completion. Now it is about 21. It is possible that the using antibacterial products in the home fails to have desired effect. So fails to have desired effect about antibacterial products. The most recent research actually turns accepted norms upside down. For example, there are studies indicating that the excessive use of household detergents and bacterial products actually destroys the microbes that normally keep the more dangerous germs at bay. There we go. We found another answer. We found the answer to question number 21. Okay. Question number 21. Here we mostly found uh question 17 to question 17. All right. Question 17 to question 20. There we go. So it is possible that using antibacterial products in the home fails to have desired effect. So antibacterial products actually destroys the microbes that normally keep the more dangerous germs at bay. I think the answer is going to be yes. Hold on. So fails to have desired effect. The answer is going to be yes, yes. Because um, using antibacterial products in the home destroys the microbes that normally keep the more dangerous germs at bay means fails to have desired effect. The desired effect of the effect of anti. This is a view. This is not a claim. The yes or no giving questions are views. They're not claims. True, false, no given questions are claims. Yes or no giving questions are views. So with that being said, this view says that fails to have desired effect, and the desired effect of antibacterial products is that to keep dangerous germs away. So so the dangerous germs at bay. So that means they actually destroy antibacterial products. Actually destroy the products that protect germs at bay. So that is going to be an answer. Going to be yes. It is good idea to ensure that children come into contact with as few bacteria as possible. Other studies show that keeping a dog as a pet gives children early exposure to a diverse range of bacteria, which may help protect them against allergies later. Mm, good idea to ensure that children come into contact with as few bacteria as possible. It is a good idea. Good idea. It is a good idea. Children come into contact. Come into contact means to exposure with as few bacteria as possible. Means other studies show that keeping a dog as a pet gives children earlier exposure to a diverse range of bacteria, which may help protect them against allergies later. Which I think is going to be the answer is no, because here it is saying that children should be kept away from the bacteria, but here it says they should actually be exposed to the diverse range of bacteria, so they will help. It will help to protect them from allergies later. So this is going to be the answer. Um, keeping a dog. There we go. So question 22, I guess. Yes. All right. Now, Young's book contains more cause studies than are necessary. The readers of Young's book must be prepared for a decidedly unglamorous world. Among the less appealing case studies is about a fungus that is wiping out entire populations of frogs and that can be halted by a rare microbial bacterium. Another is about squid that carry luminescent bacteria that protect them against predators. However, if you can't overcome your distaste for some of the investigations, the reasons for Young's enthusiasm become clear. The microbial world is a place of wonder. Already, in an attempt to stop mosquitoes spreading dengue fever, a disease that infects 400 million people a year, mosquitoes are being loaded with a bacterium to block disease. The answer is going to be not given because it does not mention how many cause studies or how many case studies are there. Although some would argue that case study is a cause study because here it says a fungus wiping out the entire. This is effect of a fungus on entire populations of frogs, and here another word says another is about squid that carry luminescent bacteria that protect another effect, which is a verb. So yeah, But however, no, that's not the case because it does not talk about how many. Um, it does not provide any information on whether Young's books contain more or less case studies than necessary. So yeah, this is not given. The case study about bacteria that prevents squid from being attacked may have limited appeal. Of course, among the less appealing case studies about the fungus and that is wiping out entire populations of frogs that can be halted by rare microbial bacterium, another is about squid that carry carry luminous bacteria that protect them against predators. Another answer for us. This is question number 24. It's going to be question number 24. There we go. We found that. And the answer is going to be yes. So the word like may have limited appeal. Limited appeal means less appealing. Well, there we go. So less appealing. May the case study about bacteria that prevent squid from being attacked. Being attacked means protect them against predators. May have a limited appeal. So it's just a study. It's just a study that talks about squids protecting themselves from predators, and this topic of study is very is like unpopular. So unpopular means less limited appeal or less appealing. Efforts to control dengue fever then have been surprisingly successful. I think the answer is going to be so, like already in an attempt to stop mosquitoes spreading dengue fever, a disease that affects 400 million people a year, mosquitoes are being loaded with a bacterium to block diseases. In the future, our ability to manipulate microbes means we could construct buildings with useful microbes built into their walls to fight off infections. However, it does not talk about it doesn't really say it didn't mention it, but like the efforts to control this fever have been successfully. There's nothing but controlling this dengue fever. So I'm just gonna give it a no, not given, although I might be wrong. I will just check it after the video ends. Microbes that reduce the risk of infection have already been put inside the walls of some hospital wards. Just imagine a neonatal hospital ward coated in a special mixed cocktail of microbes so that babies get the best start in life. Just imagine means it's about to happen. Just imagine means it's about to happen, so the answer is going to be no. Uh, it's just imagine means it's yet to be yes is yet to happen, or has not happened yet. So that's why the answer is going to be false. So has already been put is a contradicting variant of just imagine. Whoops. Contradicting variant of just imagine. Just gotta make it bold. So yeah, there you go, guys. We finished passage 2. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. And if you found it helpful, make sure to share and give it a like if you liked it. And yeah, also subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for the support, guys. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye for now.